expecting it, but you're up there, you're up 16 even in the first half. You kind of knew inevitably that Colorado State was going to make a little bit of a run. How do you brace for it, and also just I guess how the team then kind of responded to it?
Well, they're a team that's never gonna. I'm talking about Colorado State. They're never gonna quit battling. They're so well coached and they're so tough, and so we knew that was that we knew they'd keep battling. They did a great job of making some shots, and some of them were contested, some of them weren't. But still, they had to make them. And, they continued to battle. They kept fighting, and they're a good basketball team. So. Proud of our guys, the way they, everything didn't go right, and we didn't drop our heads and say, oh no, here it goes. We just kept plugging away and got the job done.
There was a span I think where they hit kind of 3 straight threes and get within 4 points or 2 points consistently, but never got on the other side of you guys. Just what was the team able to do to prevent that from getting completely out of hand?
We were able to do just enough. I mean, it was by the skin of our teeth as far as being able to. Just get the stops that we needed. They'd get down 2 and somehow we'd get a stop, and then or a turnover or offensive foul, and so we just made just enough plays down the stretch, and then big free throws by Anthony, but big play by Chandler right at the end.
And Mikey too. Mikey missed a layup and then put back his own
right.
miss. And
it was huge. And, like I said, a credit to our guys that. Sometimes I always tell them there's different qualities a team can have, but the best quality they can have is finding ways to win, and they kind of do that.
Coach, do you feel like there's some concern with having big leads and seeing those things dwindle right at the very end? I mean, probably game's a lot closer than you'd like. A few games here.
Well, every game's closer than you'd like. I mean, this is if you watch college basketball right now, I mean, that's just the way it is in college basketball, especially when. There's 2 teams that are, somewhat even, and, it's one thing to get a big lead on the team that you're a lot better than. It's, but it's not realistic when the teams are even. You watch college basketball every game, you're like, oh, here comes the other team. I mean, when you got 2 good teams, they're going to make a run, and, that team's well coached, and they have tough kids, and we didn't, for a minute, go into halftime and think, okay, well, that's over. That wasn't going to happen. We knew we'd have to keep battling right to the very end, and the object is to get the job done. That you don't get style points.
When you guys held them. Go ahead. When they were hitting those threes, I think Scott had 4 threes, number 10 had 4 threes. Was that defense, or were they just hitting tough shots, or what were you seeing?
I'll have to look at the film on all of them, but you still have to make them. Even if you're open, you have to make them, and they did a nice job of that. And some of it, it's always both. It's always. Defense, but they're good. They're statistically they're a really good team. And it's what they do, and they can do that. So sometimes they're the kind of team that sometimes it doesn't matter how you guard them; they'll make them. And so credit to those guys.
You guys held them to under 40% shooting in the first half, and then the second half they shoot 63%. How do you walk away feeling about this game defensively for you guys? Just happy enough that you got the W, or
well, you get to league, and the whole thing is. You just got to find a way to get the next one, and you get to league, and the thing that's important is you can keep improving. And we got a lot of things we can keep improving on, and if we're the team that does that, then we'll be there in the end. If we're not, we won't be.
What stands out to you more about Mikey Thompson, the 9 assists or the no turnovers?
Well, I love both of them, obviously, and that's. I told the guys after the game, we got a different team this year where different guys, different nights, and I think last year we had the consistency of the roles and what Derek was going to do night in, night out. It's not going to be that way this year. I mean, Nick didn't get a point, and Mikey was terrific and took up the slack for him, and I didn't get to play Tigo because Mikey was playing so good, and so next game it might be Tigo, and next game it might I think with this team you're never going to know who it's going to be, which is going to that's nice to have. But we have a lot more guys that can do it, and a lot of guys that have been through the battles, and they can step up. But I was really proud of what Mikey did step up tonight.
Obviously a great scoring night for James, but talk about the big plays he made on defense late in the game there with the steal, and they foul him, and then the big block, and where he's rounded out into a really good player all around, hasn't he?
He is, and then boy, it's hard to take him out of any games and at any moment. I mean, he played 38 minutes points tonight, and I felt like I sent him a long time. So, you know, that he's just doing a great job making so many plays everywhere. You know, he rebounds the ball, he impacts defensively. He's a good passer. He's making shots, timely shots. Made a big three there down the stretch, and he's rounding out into a terrific basketball player.
And he seems like a guy who's become a real leader on this team too. He went from a guy who wasn't playing for you at all to superstar, and now he's like a leader, and everybody seems to look at him. Have you seen that in practice as well?
Did you say a bleeder?
No, that too apparently, but that happens when you're way above the ring coming in. So.
I think so, yeah. Well, we went through about 4 jerseys tonight. That was weird. It was like everybody was bleeding out there. We couldn't put a. So was that, did that answer your question?
Yeah, that was it exactly. You've seen that in practice. He's become a real leader with this team.
Yes, absolutely, and I won't minimize that. That is an important quality, and but when you get such a good player like that, guys naturally look to him, and he's just getting more mature. I think back to when James first got here to where he is now. It makes you really proud because he couldn't. The stuff that he's doing not only on the court, but like you said, he's becoming such a leader and such an important locker room guy, and just has such a good attitude, and it rubs off on the whole team. And they look to him. They know he'll make those big shots, and they know he'll make those big free throws, and they got a lot of trust in him.
One of the biggest growths I've seen even in the last 3 games is his ability to get to the free throw line. Even last season he was able to do that a little bit, but last 3 games he's been there double digits, which he'd never done before. So. And he said that was kind of a conscious effort this season, was to be able to do that a little bit more. Was that something that you guys talked?
That's why we've won these games that we won, in the month of December now, because we've been able to get to the free throw line. Because early on, we have a lot of guys, and I think most kids playing basketball, they want to just fall in love with the 3 ball, and they don't want to attack the rim, and they don't want to. But James is balancing things out for us and getting the line quite a bit, and that's what's winning this game.
You guys were 14-0, I think, in fast break points, and a lot of those seem like were off turnovers and stuff. And how big is it when your defense turns into offense?
And that's what keyed the whole first half is we played so much better defensively. But again, you got to credit Colorado State. We knew they'd come out and have a halftime swing, and then they did. And 2 possessions, the lead was gone. And that's college basketball too. You make 2 threes and get 1 stop, and all of a sudden you're back in the game. No matter how much you got.
You won 16 in a row now here at Taco Bell Arena. How aware of that are you, and how big is that for this?
Well, again, the home court and I credit our fans. That's a good basketball atmosphere now, and you feel like you're in a college basketball game. I can't wait for our students to get back. We got Utah State on the road. That's a tough place to play, and so we need to have such a good home court at all. We don't have that many home games. This season goes by so quickly, and every one of them is you have to hold court at home and hold serve. And a big part of it is the atmosphere we have here. It gives our guys a lot of energy and helps them through a game like that.
When you talk about
Coach, you've been obviously around the Mountain West a number of times now. Same with guys like Drimmage and Mikey. How much did that prepare you guys for battles like this and anticipating that there's going to be runs like Colorado State makes it into the game?
Very good question, Mr. Tust. And I think what I will say to that is huge because you can tell guys, okay, these guys are a great rebounding team, and these guys are physical, but they don't believe you until they see it up close. So all our veterans knew what they had to do and knew how physical and what a great rebounding team Colorado State is, and so we had their attention with that, and that's experience, and that's being through the league a few times. Maybe all the young guys didn't understand it quite enough. They nod their head and say they do, but you can't trade anything for experience.
Is this kind of just life in the Mountain West too, where games going to be like this for 17 more games?
Yeah, that's unfortunately that's the case. Yes, it is, and it's just trying to find a way and trying to find. The thing, I watch a lot of college basketball games. I think that's the way it is everywhere with everybody. You just got to try to find ways to. I watched Gonzaga play Santa Clara the other day, and Mark Few and I were talking about that. Hey, they got a 2-point win, great. Go on to the next one and try to slug it out and win another one. And that's the boat we're in too. And the teams that can stay together, the teams that can be a little bit injury free, and the teams that can improve, those are the ones that will be there come March.
What was the explanation given to you on the flagrant foul on James where they brought you and
No,
Eustace together?
Great call, no play on the ball and grabbed his neck.
Yeah, you seem to enjoy the explanation a little more than
Yeah.
Larry.
When you talk about growth,
You know, great, good official crew, and, you know, when it's in David Hall's hands, you trust it. It's, you know, he's one of the best there is, and, you know, so no matter what he says, I believe it, and then when I go back on film, I'm like, yeah, he's right, you know, so that's about 100% of the time.
when you mentioned the growth of James, but also how, I don't want to say rare, but unique is it to have a guy like Mikey who he's in his 5th season here. From the 4th to the 5th season, he's had his most growth probably. It seems like, you know, how
Yeah,
how,
and
how
that, as a coach, that's what you want. I mean, you want your seniors to have their best year they've ever had in college basketball, and you know, with a game like tonight, that was certainly one of his best. I mean, I'd have to think hard, and he was one of his top 5, I know that, at the biggest time. I needed him most.
it seems he's been just consistent, which obviously last year wasn't the case too.
He's just, you know, it's nice to have those old veterans that you don't have to, you know, I come to the gym and I don't worry about like Mikey, and I got other worries, but it's not Mikey.